He's CEO of TCF Holdings. Here's Kevin Frith. Welcome, Kevin.
I Kalia.
It's your first time on the show, and I'm happy to have you
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
under good circumstances. Not controversial circumstances. We're talking good things. So Suncoast. But before we get to Suncoast, I want to know a bit about you. So I read in the introduction that you're a serial entrepreneur. Tell me a bit about your background.
Well, I started my first business venture was in high school at about 14 years old. I started out in the transportation business and then
Ooh, you
and
run taxi in high school? What was that?
yeah, I was running taxi in when I was going to high school. It was a part of what I had to do at the time. And then I went into making Jamaican souvenirs that I was doing for the export market mainly. We'd also do the like gift items for graduation and stuff like that. And then I went away for a little bit and I came back and I have a company called Ideas Execution, which we do permanent branding and build outs. And now I'm into real estate.
So going back to high school, 14 years old, you had this transportation business. What motivated the creation of that business? Was it a needs-based a thing where you had to hustle, or was it just you just had that entrepreneurial spark from early? You just loved it.
Yeah, well, I grew up seeing my father being an entrepreneur, so it was kind of in me from then. But starting out in high school, I had to do something in support of my own self. So that was like an easy solution at the time, based on everything that I needed to accomplish.
Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up in I was raised in a community called Jonestown, but then I left there at age 14. And I was at Waterloo Road, which is across from Devon House, and that's where I spent most of my teenage age.
Interesting. All right, well, let's talk about the venture into ideas execution, which would have been what, your first major business?
Yeah, it's my first major business. So coming back from America at in about 2009, I needed something that I didn't want to get into something where I'm dependent on the retail market. So one of the things I was trying to do is to find a product that a corporate company would be interested in. I developed a countertop idea and I was trying to sell it between Red Stripe and Red Navy, and Red Navy bought into the deal. And it's going well from there. I'm doing this now from about 2013, but it was under another name called Bar Central, but that company is no longer. I changed over to Ideas Execution in 2019.
Why'd you change the name?
So what happened is that I sold shares in Bar Central to another company at the time, and then that deal went sour, and I had to basically start over in 2019.
Mm. So it wasn't just changing the name, it's a whole new company.
It's a whole new company.
How did you come up with that idea to do branding on bars and buildings? Was that had that been done before at the time?
Well, not to the extent that I'm doing it. I think before me there were some people like it was being done on us. Well, my focus is mainly on community bars. So before it wasn't to the extent that I'm doing it, but since I've got into it in 2013, I've really maximized it.
Okay, so some of us would be familiar with the name Ideas Execution and Kevin Frith because there was an attempt to sell the company to iCreate, and well, we all know how that ended up playing out. But what is the status of that company now? You still own it 100%, and do you intend to sell it still? You still looking for a buyer?
Well, yeah, I still own it 100%. No, I don't think I'm looking to sell it anymore. And even though right now my focus is in real estate, but I am more looking to put a manager in place, but not to sell the company anymore.
Unless somebody makes you an offer you can't refuse, right?
Well, probably, but I'm really not looking for a buy right now.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's talk about Suncoast because this is the big property. This is a big development, and I assume this is going to be the biggest biggest project you've ever undertaken. Yes?
Definitely.
Well, tell us all about it.
Well, so Suncoast is it's a 91-acre property where I'm building affordable luxury. So it's the concept behind it is to basically give homeowners the opportunity to live in like a resort style environment. When you get home, it feels like you're living in a hotel kind of setting. It's approximately right now with the existing road conditions, it's about 25 minutes from New Kingston, depending on your driving ability. We're building out in 3 phases. Phase one is 133 units, and the total unit count is 396 between all 3 phases. There'll also be a commercial center to it, which will have like a urgent care facility, restaurant, um, supermarket, and other convenient stuff like salon, barbershop, everything that you would need for your own convenience living in the community.
Okay, so for those who have trouble visualizing, we actually have a video. So let's run the video.
Greetings, my name is Kevin Frith. I'm the co-founder and CEO of TCF Holdings Limited, development company for Suncoast Beach Club. Yeah, Suncoast Beach Club is a residential development at 12 miles St.Thomas. We'll be building 396 residential solutions in 3 phases and approximately 15,000 square feet of commercial space. Some of the amenities that will be included are like mini golf course, jogging trail, gym, and of course we're on the seaside. You'd have beach access, just to name a few, because there will be several modern amenities being offered. What you're seeing now is a design that we have worked on and improved it significantly to matching with the age that we're building in. Being St. Thomas is a developing area, there's a lot of development coming around Suncoast. To our west, going back to Kingston, there's a massive hotel project that's underway or about to start. Our east, there are several other planned development that's about to start as well. We're basically like the first out the block, and we're making sure that we set the trend. We'll not bring nothing to the market that we're not comfortable with. And Suncoast is a place that I'm building not just to sell, but I see myself living in, so I have to put something on the ground that I would want to live in. We're doing all we can to make it a good development and looking forward to it. The completion of the highway from Harborview to Marantine basically would take like a 15-20 minute journey, whether from Norman Manley International Airport to Suncoast or from Emancipation Park in New Kingston. This type of development, the scale type of amenities, is the first of its kind in Jamaica, and I would say even across the wider Caribbean.
Fifteen, 20 minutes from Kingston, beach access, beautiful beach access, and lovely design. It looks like you struck gold with Suncoast, Kevin.
Yes, thank you very much.
So how did this
Put a lot
deal
of
come
work
about?
into it.
How did this
How did
deal
it
come
come
about?
about?
Yeah.
Well, I was involved in a project a real estate project in St. Anne, and that one ended, and I decided that I wanted to do something on my own because at that time I was literally just an investor in it. so I didn't get to, put my own creativity behind it. And then I realized that the highway work would begin from Kingston to St. Thomas to Portland. So I decided to venture out that side in search of properties. And a friend of mine told me about this place that's up for sale. And I went over and met with the person selling it, and the rest is history.
How long ago was that?
This was 2020, right after leaving Bar Central, because I left Bar Central about March 2020. And I went straight into seeking out the property for Suncoast.
So 3 years. People feel like thing is overnight development, 3 years you've been working on this project.
Yes, day and night.
And that when you said 2020, that's pre-COVID or after COVID?
No, during COVID. I think COVID, the lockdown started in March 2020.
Right, it did start in March. At the time, did they already start building the highway?
No, it was just announced that it would start.
Ah, so you deliberately looked for opportunities in St. Thomas at that time because of that announcement?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It
foresight.
was a clear indication that that side of the market would have picked up significantly. And as it is today, it's an excellent decision that I've made because I couldn't afford to buy this property right now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So people, you have to have the foresight when thing announced, you can't wait because it's now people are trying to look and buy things outside, but like I said, you can't afford it no more. So we have quite a few questions from the audience. Let me take some of them. The Denton family wanted to know where exactly in St. Thomas is the development.
It's 12 miles, right where it's on the border of St. Andrew and St. Thomas. It's right where the 12-mile post is.
That's Bull Bay. Is outside Bull Bay.
Yeah, it's right there.
This is where there used to be like a paintball thing there.
That's the property I actually purchased.
I've been there before when it was paintball. Das wants to know, will there be NHT units?
Well, so I can just answer that by saying what the starting price will be. So right now we're at starting at 360,000 US dollars for a 2-bedroom townhouse.
That doesn't sound like NHT price range. I guess that answers your question, Des. All right, Lily wants to get in your business. Lily says, I understand having lots of businesses, etc., but really, how do you even look to afford this? Like, how does one put together funding for such a massive project?
Well, I would say, I'm in business for quite a while, so this is not my first business venture. So I understand how to get the right people on my team, and with the right people, they're able to put the different structure in place to get it done. So it's a matter of experience and having the right team.
Denton wants to know who are the principal owners. I guess apart from yourself, do you have other investors?
Well, it's myself, and I have a business partner. His name is Lance Thomas.
Okay. Lushand looks like he's ready to buy. He wants to know what's the process like to get one of those luxurious beach clubhouses at Suncoast.
Well, you can check out our website, suncoastbeachclub.com, or we have you can check with the brokers that we're working with, Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Remax, and Value Levy. You can reach out to them, and it's also on the MLS, so you have quite a bit of options.
So are the home, they're not ready yet. They're under construction now. At what point will it be ready? What's the expected rollout date?
Okay, so we're looking to complete phase 1 by December 2024. And then where our model unit is actually going to be completed within 2 weeks, but we're going to be releasing videos, but our official opening where persons can access it will be after the first week of December, because we're having our official grand opening in the first week of December.
this year.
Yeah, this year. For the
So,
model unit, that is.
so you're pre-selling. That's for the residential. What about the commercial side? You said you're also doing commercial properties.
Yeah, the commercial will be as a part of phase two. So the commercial space will be ready in 2025.
You're doing hotel too?
No, no, there is a hotel that is well, they're supposed to be building a hotel to the west of my property. That's on the Bob Marley Beach property. But that is not yet under construction. My understanding it will be starting very soon.
Chantel says you were hunting in a downfall. Wow, love it. And we have Jamaica Nice wants to know, will there be solar on the homes?
Yeah, so it is wired for solar, and we have a company that we have partnered with to provide solar for the units, but it is optional for the purchasers. You can add it from the initial stage, so it become a part of your mortgage payment, which would be significantly less. As it is now, the solar package is about 18,000 US, and that would almost eliminate your light bill by about 98%.
Yeah, we all know the benefits of solar. The comments are lighting up. People are interested. They want to know. So Ryan says, good luck with your development. I presume it will be a gated community.
Yeah, it will be a gated community. In my easy reference of it, I'd say it is more a modern version to Long Mountain Country Club, and with 24-hour security patrol, and it's a fully gated community.
Nana Sense wants to know, who's your target market at 300,000 US?
Well, my target market is for any working class person who want somewhere decent to live, that you have these type of amenities, because quite frankly, when you look at what exists now in the market, the pricing is quite reasonable given what it costs for an apartment in Kingston right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really for persons who are working and want somewhere nice to live.
No, I agree. So Kyle actually said 46 million starting price with an exclamation point. And then we had Garth saying price is high for the area, too much competition in Kingston 6. How do you respond to that though?
Well, I don't know about the competition in Kingston 6. What I've been focusing on is to just ensure that I deliver a quality product for persons who want, something outside of an apartment to live at a reasonable price. So I've just been focused on that.
No, listen, I agree. There's people are selling apartments right now for that price in Kingston and Golden Triangle area. So for you to be offering townhouse with amenities at that price, and it's not far outside Kingston, it's a lot more quiet and peaceful. I don't think it's unreasonable at all. So how close is it to the beach, by the way? You said it
So
has beach access?
yeah, we're on the beach side of the road. So it's literally you walk through the community down to the beach.
Hmm. Plus beach access. You're not getting that in Kingston. Ryan wants to know, how is your development hurricane and storm surge resistant?
Well, the property is about 400 feet above sea level. And our design that basically protects the homeowners from that. We have hurricane-proof windows and all that to ensure that even though based on the elevation, but we still make sure that we put the different measures in place.
So it's a steep walk down to the beach then.
Yeah, so it's more like, we'll have a lift as well, but it's more the walk down to the beach is more like an exercise. But there will be a lift as well for persons who don't think that they want to walk all that stairs, even though it's good for you, but there will also be a lift.
Nicholas wants to know the cost of the 3 bedroom units.
The 3 bedroom duplex starts at 480,000 US dollars.
Okay, close to half a million. Next question. The questions are coming in fast and furious. Dejani wants some business advice here. He or she says, how was the process? What was the process like putting together the project and the team? What is needed for a young aspiring entrepreneur looking to enter the development field? What advice would you have for a beginner?
Well, how I look at it is that I don't try to recreate the wheel. So I basically, shop around to see persons based on previous work that they have done, and if it was done successfully, to see what are some of the complaints that homeowners might be having now, whether it could be an architectural issue or a civil engineering issue, and just eliminate any of those professionals who was a part of something that did not satisfy the homeowner. So in my case, I've really dig through quite a bit of persons to come up with the team that I have now, and I'm very much satisfied, and just looking forward to deliver these units.
Nicholas, I swear I don't even have to do this interview, Kevin. The viewers are asking all the questions. Nicholas wants to know what measures are being built in to deal with the water woes. That area has water issues.
I think, well, as far as I know, so what I mean is that one, we're going to have storage um, facility for water based on our approvals with NEPA and our own plans. And as well as the government has addressed the water issue in the area by the highway. And it's not that there was any major water issue, really. It's just like in Kinsale, whenever there's limited rainfall, there's a water restriction, just like everywhere else. But we will have our own storage facility, and the government has put in place measures to deal with additional water supply in the area by new pipelines on the highway.
Okay, next question. Well, this is a comment. Sean says, 46 million is cheap. Have you guys seen the places for 46 mil? This is a dream. And Jamaica Nice says, no beach in Kingston 6. And that's a fact. Dwayne wants to know if you're going to have any tennis courts.
Oh, definitely. So, we have several amenities. We have mini golf court, tennis court, badminton court, a football field, basketball court, a doggy park for persons who have the dogs, a kiddies area, like I think it's called a toddler park. There are several amenities. I would have to pull up a list now to name them out. But
Okay.
they're all on the website at
What's the website?
suncoastbeachclub.com.
Okay, easy enough to remember. Devon, I don't know if you've decided this yet. What will be the HOA cost?
Well, right now it's about $250 US.
Monthly.
Yeah, and this covers, so what I mean is that just to make sure that we maintain the good look of the community, the maintenance costs also cover maintaining the lawn for each of the units. So because we want to keep the community in that, in that look and feel where you feel pleased going home every day. There's nothing to basically be a deterrent of you wanting to go home and feel like you're living in the luxury that you initially bought into.
Right. Place has to be maintained nicely. Chantel has a very important question about security. What security measures will you have in place to keep the scheme safe?
Yeah, so we'll have our 24-hour security, and there will be like a patrol car that patrols the community 24 hours. And it's gated right around, it's fenced right around. So it's pretty much, and the area within itself is not a bad area.
Somebody want pickleball court. Well, I don't want everything, man. Put it in your own yard. Next question comes from ATS Services, he says, or she says, very good project. Do non-nationals require alien license to purchase property in Jamaica? Do you know the answer to that question?
No, I don't know the answer to that question, but I don't think you need that.
Okay, I can try to find out for you. ATS, shoot me a message privately. Nano Sense wants to know if you have in-house financing.
No, so we don't have in-house financing, but we have a partnership with First Regional Credit Union. They have actually developed a very attractive package where persons can pay it down as little as 5%. And I think their interest rate right now is 8.95. Right. So the First Regional Credit Union has a good package.
Not bad. Garth is pointing out concerns about the area. He says no restaurants, no decent supermarkets, healthcare, bank. St. Thomas has years to go. What about those concerns? You always hear St. Thomas is the forgotten parish that don't even have no KFC.
Yeah, well, as I said, to the front of the Suncoast project, there will be all those things that he mentioned, except there won't be a bank, but there will definitely be an ATM machine. But we have taken into consideration all those things, considering that we're first in line for the looking to develop the area. So, but I'm sure by phase 2 completed, there are several players who are coming along, and the area will be totally transformed. It will not be anything like it is now. It just come like when the highway was just done on the way to St. Anne. Initially it seemed as if it's a deserted place, but look at it now. It's fully developed, and you can barely afford the places down there.
Hmm. Hmm. Next question. Graham wants to know who's the architect and structural engineer.
Bizet Construction.
What's the name of the place?
Bizet,
Bizet?
BIZET, yes, Bizet Construction.
So Bizet. Somebody wanted to know their contact info. Guys, you know the name now, you can Google it. All right.
In
Oh man, like the questions keep coming. I'm only gonna take a couple more. So next one is from Colette, who wants to know any plans to list on the JSE?
Well, not right now, but it is a possibility because we have been getting that question quite a bit. With this significant development in St. Thomas, a lot of persons want to participate and benefit from, I guess, the profitability of it. But it's not something that I have on the table now, but it's something that I've been thinking about, and I've been talking to my team about it, because it's a question that has been keep on coming. But there's no immediate plans, but anything is possible as we progress.
Last question I'm gonna take is from who's this? Reese, who wants to know if Airbnb will be allowed.
Yeah, so Airbnb will be allowed, but it will be restricted to the rules of the HOA, because while Airbnb is good in terms of, generating income for persons, it's also bad for when it's out of control, and you don't want to invest all this money into a property and then your neighbor bringing in any and everybody to come and spend one night and be a nuisance to you, when you should be being in your own comfort. So Airbnb is allowed, but it is under the guise of the HOA.
Okay, so once the homeowners come together, that will be after the units are sold. Presumably, they or you, if you are interested, will get to set the rules about what is allowed. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. I wish you much success with this project. Please invite us to the launch and, of course, to the opening next year. Give me a tour of the property, man, when it open. I want to
Oh,
see it.
definitely. So the grand opening is in the first week of December, and surely I'll be sending your invitation.
You shall be there. Thanks so much, Kevin. All the best.
All right, thanks for having me.